Happy election night to everybody in the U.S. of A, wherever you are. We welcome you to the live sim racing and CRN Sports coverage of the next round of the SWAG. Studio displays Super Late Model Dirt Series esports style on iRacing. Tonight, it is round number 4, and this evening, it is the Wild Wing Shootout, night before the last call. In your coverage from the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway, presented by SWAG and LSR TV. Good evening, I'm Wesley Outland in Durham, North Carolina, joined alongside Nolan Rempel. Nolan is kind of question mark, man. I don't know where he's from. Where are you from, Nolan?
Up in Canada.
Canada! There you go. Well, anyhow, how cold is it up there? Because I'm sick of the cold down here.
You wouldn't like it up here, let me tell you that much. We're hitting like a top of 4 degrees Celsius on a regular basis now.
Oh, hell no. No. I'll take 30 degrees any day. And joining us in Wichita Falls, Texas, running the boards as always, is Mr. Charles Wooten. All right, tonight, the dirt track is Charlotte. Tomorrow night, they'll be there for real. The Morton Buildings World of Outlaw Late Model Series, and then the NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars on Friday and Saturday, Wednesday and Thursday for the late models. And we have a chalant of talent virtual ready to go here. As right now we have about 20 plus signed in, ready to go. And again, these drivers will battle for tonight's program. Let's take a look at the Race on Texas format for tonight's event here for the program. Practice is just about to wrap up here in just a couple of moments. Qualifying will follow. Qualifying will then have heats, followed by B-mains if necessary, and then they'll go 30 laps, Nolan, around the 410th mile dirt track here at Charlotte.
It's definitely one of the more exciting dirt tracks that you can find around the world, and definitely one of the more famous ones as well, located as very much so one of the I guess you could say one of the more exciting features of the Charlotte Motor Speedway complex. You got the 1.5 mile Charlotte Motor Speedway, which of course hosts the Coca-Cola 600 on an annual basis, and the NASCAR Cup Series got of course the 4-lane dragway just next door as well. So a lot of fantastic facilities at this track. Don't forget as well, I believe Lucas Oil Raceway just about half a mile down the road as well. So I'll tell you what, it is such a thrilling stretch of place, and we are coming to another one here at the dirt track at Charlotte tonight.
No. Lucas Oil Raceway is in Wheatland, Missouri.
Oh, wow. Okay, I was a little bit off with that one.
No. The dirt track at Charlotte has the big speedway, of course, the Roval once a year as well. And then they have the dirt track, and then they have the Z-Max dragway, where you said they have the 4-wide nationals for NHRA. So, but hey, I like Lucas Oil Raceway. And speaking of Lucas Oil Raceway, our national star in the virtual Sweet Bloomquist chassis won the Show Me Nationals event there back in June. And we are ready to go now with qualifying as we'll get things kicked off for the drivers, ready to put their best lap on speed down and get this started. Should be a quick night for the Wild Wing Shootout, night before the last call on LSR TV and CRN Sports. Ethan Toder, he's ready to go out of Independence, Kentucky in the car number 1. Normally he's in the 23, and we'll see, Nolan, what he can do as real-time qualifying stats on the bottom of the screen.
Toder setting the opening lap of a 15.555, so that is going to put him top of the boards for now on his second flyer lap, which is usually the quicker of the two. Ryan Underwood, JB Craighead both go above Toder as he crosses the line for the final time, taking the checker flag. A 15.611 does not improve on his qualifying time, and he has started to drop down the order.
And there's the man to the number 22. Hey, by the way, he is signed in for last call tomorrow night and Thursday for the World of Outlaw Morton Buildings Late Model Series at the dirt track at Charlotte. And Mount Holly, North Carolina, the number 22, Chris All In Ferguson. It's Fergie time virtually on iRacing, and we'll see what Ferguson can do. And the number 22, here he comes, 15.589. And that's going to be good enough to try to put him inside the top 10, it looks like. Try to get him another lap. And Fergie will stay right there, locked inside the top 10. So there you go. 15.589 will be the best lap of speed. A little slower on lap number 2. Kernan Church in the house. The number 23 machine. We'll see what he can do. Watching these drivers qualify right now. Blake Majulis, the inaugural winner of the series back at Volusia. He's at the top of the board now. Mr. Moneybags out of Asheville, New York for Team D1RT. And there goes Kernan Church to the back straightaway. We'll see what lap he puts on here now. The 23 up the top shelf, Nolan. He'll come out of turn 4 to the line this time by.
Bad run up though for his open lap. It slaps the wall for the second time, so invalidating that first lap there, just like he did in the run-up lap in his warm-up lap. So he's got one more time around. He's got to try not to hit that outside wall though again. Damage on the right rear. This is going to be a slow one. Definitely will not be contending for a pole time today. A 15.691, put himself fourth from the bottom. So far though, all drivers within 0.4 of a second of each other, save for Brandon Gagnon, who's setting a 16.112. So let's say Gagnon, who's actually it's just about as far of a gap from Matthew Lee down to Brandon Gagnon as it is from Majulis down to Matthew Lee. So Mr. Gagnon has got quite a bit of work ahead of him, it would seem, tonight.
Yeah, pretty good amount of talent here ready to go as qualifying has concluded. Looks like Blake Majulis will lock himself in as fast qualifier here for the Wild Wing Shootout night before the last call. And we are ready to go for heat race number 1. Let's give you your starting lineup really quickly. Row number 1 on the pole, it's going to be the number 010 machine, JB Craighead. Row 1, he'll start on the pole to the outside, the 58, and that's going to be Tyler Reed.
Check that. Heat number 1 is Blake Majulis up on the pole. Fields is the one started in second. Underwood and Aaron Kitchen starting third and fourth.
Well, my apologies. My timing and scoring is not showing that. My bad. Well, you might have the correct lineup here. So here we go. Majulis and Fields, row 1. Underwood and Kitchen on row number 2. And let's see here. Row number 3. If that's correct.
Hardy, Brett Rowles.
Okay. Then it's going to be Martin and Stoudemire and Gagnon in the back. So we're going to try to hopefully think that the upper left is the correct lineup. I think it is. And we will get ready for heat race number 1. Nolan, 8 laps. It should be fast here around the dirt track at Charlotte. And timing and scoring just updated on my monitor as well. There we go. So we have the right lineup now.
And only 2 heat races tonight as well, unlike the 4 heat races that we saw last week. Only 2 of this time before we get launching right into the alphabet soup. Top 3 drivers are going to be advancing through to the feature event tonight in these 8-lap races. I'll tell you what, though, it's not too common that you see one of these big dirt events with only 2 heats in it.
That's right, yeah. Got about 20 cars here signed in for tonight. Maybe a lot of people are taking off because of election night. I got to tell you, Nolan, I had to just quit looking at the television. I just can't believe what I'm watching anymore. Seriously. Gotcha.
So looks like only 1 pace lap left to go before we go back green flag race here in the Studio Displays late model series for the first time tonight. Our dirt track at Charlotte. Pace truck pulls off. We're ready to rumble. Ready
to go for heat race number 1. Everybody's going to go to the A main. I don't think there'll be any need for a B main tonight. Ready to come out of turn number 4. Green flag will go in the air on the inside jump. It's going to be Blake Majulis, Mr. Moneybags. He'll get the whole shot over the field. Fields, Underwood, all in that pack with Toder as well as Kitcher. We're underway here in heat race number 1, and right now a nice battle heating up for 3rd and 4th. They work their way off the corner. Opening lap, give it to Majulis.
Ethan Toda, that number 1 machine. He's the one right now trying to work up on Ryan Underwood. Underwood sitting right on the bubble spot. Toda under fire from Aaron Kitchen. Kitchen can't get the run around the bottom side. Forced to slot back in line. Kitchen comes out and makes contact, but saves it off a 4.
He'll save it. Kitchen on the bottom of the racetrack now. Tries to sign in front of Toder one more time for that spot. Couldn't get there. They'll work their way to the back straightaway. Majulis, now the man still leading the way. They're going to work their way to the line. It'll be 3 laps in this time by halfway next time around. Majulis, Fields, Underwood, top 3. Not anymore. A shot for that on the inside there by Toder on the bottom going to 3.
Ryan Underwood trying to look underneath Jacob Fields. Gonna get the slider on him and gets shot off the backside as Jacob Fields trying to go for the over-under. Didn't quite work for him. Fields might not be happy about having his nose job. He tries to dive it in, but can't make it work in 2.
Tries to hold on to that spot there. There's Toter on the outside looking in as well. Kitchen now trying to make something work on the bottom of the racetrack. Couldn't get in. Drifts up under him. Halfway home in heat race number 1 for the Studio Display Swag Dirt Late Model Series here at the dirt track at Charlotte the night before the last call. Blake Majulis, Ryan Underwood, Jacob Fields right now your top 3. Jacob Fields coming off of a win in the fixed pro late models of the World of Thunder Esports League on Sunday night at Eldor. And right now you see him right now sitting in the number 3 spot. We got 2 to run. They're in turn number 3.
Coming around to take the white flag, Blake Majulis, the pro driver, right now up and in the lead, and it looks like he is going to be taking a very easy heat win for heat race number 1 this time round. It's a top 3 breakaway. Majulis going to be second. Underwood, no doubt, third. Jacob Fields third. As we come around, Blake Majulis, checker flag, heat race number 1.
And it's going to be the man out of Asheville, New York for Team D1RT, Blake Majulis. He'll get it done in dominating fashion. Heat race number 1 will go to the man we call Mr. Moneybags. Getting it done. Blake Majulis, second spot. Ryan Underwood, you see the interval, almost half a second back there for second. Jacob Fields is third. Aaron Kitchen is fourth. Ethan Toter, the top 5.
And that is going to round of the field. Chase Hardy 6th, Martin 7th place in the heat race. Chris Stoudemire 8th, Brett Riles 9th, Brandon Gagnon rounding out the 10-car grid. Looks like it is set to go for 9 more here in heat race number 2.
And we're ready to go for heat race number 2 as Nolan reiterated on. It'll be another 8-lap heat race. Everybody going to the show. Give me your starting lineup.
So it's JB Craighead.
Get into place. Sorry, bud. Go ahead.
No, by all means.
No, go ahead. Give him the lineup.
JB Craighead on the pole. Nick Cooper, the other pro driver in tonight's race, down in second place. Drew Hopkins, Mike Augustine rounding out the first half of the field.
All right, then you're going to have Reed in the number 50 machine. That's going to be Tyler J. Reed to his outside. Chris Allin Ferguson of the 22 from Mount Holly, North Carolina, ready to go for the last call tomorrow night, virtually tonight, followed by Tyler Wicks. In the back will be Kernan Church and Matt Lee. So there is your lineup for heat race number 2. They are pacing the field. So we had 10 in heat number 1, 9 in heat 2. I really don't see any reason for anybody to do any B mains or last chance races. So honestly, I believe we will go 30-lap feature racing when we finish this up here, Nolan, unless something changes.
Don't forget, they got to go through the alphabet soup to figure out where they're going to start in those races yet.
Understanding they're probably going to go right into the feature when this race concludes, Nolan. So this will lock up the outside of the front row, bud. This will lock up the outside of the front row. It'll be a quick night for this Tuesday evening, November 3rd, for round 4. Here they come to the line. Green flag in the air. We are underway. Craighead gets the jump on the inside. Hole shot. He'll carry to the bottom. Cooper on the outside lane. Hopkins right there with him. He won at Lernerville, the man at Mount Vernon, Kentucky. Down to the inside, clearing Craighead and more. And it's Cooper to lead the opening go with 3 wide on the front stretch.
And it looked like Mike Augustine slammed the wall hard as JB Craighead continued to pile down the order. He's outside of the top 3 now after getting all sorts checked up. Look at this on the inside. Tyler Reed trying to go after All-In Ferguson. They're side by side, number 4th and 5th. Reed shoving his way into the door of the 22 machine. And all of a sudden, it is a hornet's nest of cars back here for the final transfer position. Reed still trying to make the move work and getting run over by the 22 car every corner.
Yep, the speedway give that machine a Ferguson that spot. He's going to try to go 3 wide, muster up that momentum up the outside lane, down to the inside. Tyler Reed, contact off the back of Ferguson's car. He'll drift to the outside lane, up the hill behind that other machine at Craighead. Well, that goes on. It's Cooper out in front. We're halfway. Next time by, the man out of Waterloo, New York, leads the way in 35.
JB Craighead has got a lot of work here. If he wants to make sure that he's going to be starting up higher in that feature event, he has got to work his way further up the order here because he lost a ton of spots. He's now in the bottom half of the field and just slapped the wall again off of turn number 4. Tyler Reed just body slammed Chris Ferguson again on the front straightaway. Now he's trying the inside again, so it is a very physical fight here for the 3rd position.
Watching them as they work their way back down the front straightaway. Laps winding down. 2 to go. Popsicle sticks in the air. Cooper, Hopkins, Ferguson, top 3. Again, this will lock up the outside of the front row as here comes positions 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and 18 up for grabs. White flag in the air. One more lap to go in heat race number 2. Nolan, it's Cooper out in front.
Down in the turn number 3 and 4. Drew Hopkins, can he try the bottom side? He's got to run to the front stretch. Not going to be enough, though. Nick Cooper takes the race win. Hopkins second. Ferguson third. Reed fourth. It looked like JB Craighead in the 5th position. And, well, that is going to round out the top 5 in today's second heat race.
Oh, there you go. There's your top 5 again. Cooper, Hopkins, Ferguson, Reed, Craighead, as you reiterated on Nolan Rimple, Mike Augustine, Tyler Wicks, Matthew Lee, Kernan Church. Right now, the rundown in heat race number 2. Quick break. When we return, it's feature time from the dirt track at Charlotte for the Wild Wing Shootout night before the last call. By the way, order the night before the last call on dirtvision.com. Back with more coverage in a moment from Charlotte Motor Speedway. This is LSR TV, your home for sim racing, and we're also on CRN Sports for your audio coverage.
ETE Reman is the world's best remanufacturer of transmissions for import and domestic cars and trucks. Based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, our customers are repair shops, auto parts stores, dealerships, and distributors. And with 6 nationwide warehouses, we're where and when you need us. So when you're looking for a transmission that is like new, only better, instill confidence and install ETE Reman.
Welcome back to the dirt track at Charlotte. This place is going to be booming tomorrow night through Saturday for the World of Outlaws Last Call, normally known as the World Finals. Unfortunately, due to COVID restrictions, that will change, but there will be a race, and we are ready for our virtual race here tonight. It's round number 4. Let's give you your starting lineup presented by ComServe Wireless. Over 27 locations between Virginia, Maryland, and Pennsylvania. Blake Majulis is on the pole, and the number 127 to the outside. It's going to be Nick Hooper in the 35. That'll be row number 1.
Ryan Underwood, Drew Hopkins rounding out the second row tonight. The second place finishers from the 2 heats.
Row number 3, going to find Jacob Fields to the outside. There's Chris Ferguson. He's ready to go virtual tonight before the real race tomorrow in the virtual suite. Bloomquist, number 22. He'll start 6th.
Eric Kitchen, Tyler Reed, 7th and 8th.
Row number 5, top 10 will be, of course, Ethan Toter and JB Craighead.
Hardy and Mike Augustine rounding out row number 6 to start the drivers in 11th and 12th.
Row number 7, Michael Martin in 55 and Tyler Wicks in the 6th. That's your top 14.
Chad Stonemeyer, Matthew Lee, 15th and 16th.
Row number 9, I'm going to find Brett Rolls and, of course, Kernan Church in the 23. In the back, it will be the driver starting in 19th by himself, Brandon Gagnon. Your starting lineup, again, presented by ComServe Wireless. So here we go. The starting lineup has been given. 30 laps the distance. There has been 3 different winners on the series so far. Got a couple of guys that could possibly try to repeat. That includes Blake Majulis, Nick Cooper, and Drew Hopkins. And they are all in a cat's whisker of the front row. We're ready. The pace truck is in. It is time to sling some dirt on election night. Here they come out of turn number 4, the virtual charter members of the Fraternal Order Go Fast, the fastest late models on the planet, dirt super late models. We're green flag here at Charlotte. While you hear the roar during the Slinging Dirt segment, you have seen 4 wide racing, 3 wide racing. They are sending it in the early going, Nolan Rimple.
They certainly are. They just went 4 wide again for a brief moment for just the 2nd position. Jacob Fields right now really slinging the bottom side, trying to get around that 46 machine. Struggling to do so around Ryan Underwood, but he is trying to really make that pass with the 2nd place stick. Can he get it done? Off of 2, not quite there. Underwood's there into turn 3.
Meanwhile, Blake Majulis is out in front. Here comes Nick Cooper there battling in that mix with Drew Hopkins, and all of those battles with Underwood and more. That's for the top 2 positions, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. And now Blake Majulis in the lead. They're going to stick it 3 wide behind him. Nick Cooper up the hill, off the fluff out of turn number 4, trying to find something work on the top shelf. He'll clear Hopkins. He'll try to run down Underwood. Can't get there. Majulis leads on the back straightaway. We're 5 in.
5 laps in. And remember when they tangled last week, Cooper and Underwood? That might be trying to reignite here tonight, but so far they are racing very, very cleanly. Cooper up to the 3rd position. So far, no yellow flags and no cars even spinning sideways. It has been a very, very clean start to the main event tonight.
It certainly has for the time being. As they work their way back down the front straightaway, we're right now about to be 10 in. Coming around 1/3 of the way through. This time by, Blake Majulis is the man out in front. 3 wide racing continues. Cooper up the hill. Underwood still the man they're trying to get around. Hopkins now, the Lernerville winner. He's now going to go 3 wide with another Kentucky native. That's going to be the driver of Ethan Toter to his inside. Cooper now hung out to dry on the outside lane and still can't make something work early on the top shelf as they come to the line and put lap 10 on the board.
Still very clean throughout the whole field. Nobody still spun around yet. Drew Hopkins managing to secure the 3rd position now. Ethan Toter, he's trying to fend off Nick Cooper. Cooper pushing way up the hill. That's going to open the door for Jacob Fields up his inside.
Working their way back into the corner again, down into turn number 2 to the back straightaway, up the racetrack. There goes Underwood. He'll now try to make something work on the inside. That's Hopkins there. Toter to his inside as well. And you've got Cooper still on the outside lane, hung out to dry, trying to now get some help up there as Underwood. And now Underwood and Cooper trying to make something work on the top side. Hopkins holding on to that spot as here they come up the hill again out of turn number 4. Good racing so far. Clean and green. Hopkins still clearing that machine as we ride on board with Ryan Underwood as we go in the number 2 position, trying to fight Hopkins. He's on his inside. He's trying to clear him for second. They flip-flop as they come to the line.
Look at Ryan Underwood, Drew Hopkins. Look at Hopkins working that wheel on the bottom side of the racetrack, doing a fantastic job on keeping that car straight. Caution flag is out for the first time of the night. It's Chris Stoudemire from the looks like in a big mess in turn number 3. One car was sideways on the racetrack.
Looks like it's Stoudemire and Church, possibly. Let's find out. Our first swag replay of the night, Nolan. First caution of the race. We'll see what happened here.
So this is down to the turn number 3. We're going to watch this here. They're just now onto the back straightaway. So down to turn 3. There it is. Oh, yeah. Big shot to the backside. And a couple cars collected in this one. Look at that. I believe that might have been Church that was in the middle. That was just flipping and flying over top of other cars. About 4 involved.
Kernan, Church, and Stoudemire, the worst ends of that deal. And the yellow flag will come out. Continuing, let's ride on board now with Ferguson. Chris Ferguson got caught up in it as well. What a tough break for him in 22. Damage on his car. He was one of the top 6 starters in the race. Yeah, Stoudemire, Kernan, Church. So a multi-car accident to bring out the first yellow flag of the race here just before halfway. 14 of 30, 16 to go.
Chris Stoudemire
do not count.
He was given the EOL for that incident in the 28 machine.
So the field is frozen. The lap count frozen as well. We'll get everybody reset to go again. The Nolan Blake Majulis, he was the inaugural winner. That's the first race you missed with the Swag Studio Displays Super Late Model Dirt Series. He won at Volusia, and then of course from there on we went to Lernerville. We saw Drew Hopkins win. Last week was Nick Cooper, and we're ready to come back for the restart. Green in the air, back underway, and it is going to be Blake Majulis on the whole shot, pulling away from the pack down the back straightaway, 2 by 2. As they work their way into turn number 3, we're going to be coming to halfway here in another lap or so.
And halfway this time by 15 down, 15 to go. Nick Cooper trying to find the inside line. He can't get there. Ends up actually washing up big time. He's going to lose 3-4 spots potentially, as that was a disastrous attempt around the inside. Take a look at Ethan Toter, though, in the number 1 machine, really pulling the outside line to his advantage.
Halfway home, ready for the second half now, 14 to run. As Majulis is the man out in front. Hopkins in second. Again, those are winners on the season. Ethan Toter there sitting in third, looking for his first win on the tour. He sits now in the 3rd position, trying to hold off the likes of Jacob Fields and Ryan Underwood. Nicholas Cooper, who won the race in controversial fashion last week at Falls, he sits in the back now in the top 6 position. A little contact there between Underwood, Fields. They keep it together. Will still work their way up the outside lane, and got a caution now coming out. Yellow flag. Oh, I want to say it's Rolls in 17. Yes, it is. Brett Rolls out of Nashville, Tennessee, originally from New York, putting us under yellow flag for the 2nd time. And here, Nolan, is our swag instant replay of what happened.
So it started when JB Craig had got into the 17 machine of Aaron Kitchen. And then, unfortunately, Brett Rolls, it looks like he might have just got into this one trying to avoid the incident.
Yeah, a couple of 17 cars there in Kitchen and Brett Rolls putting us under the yellow flag. So 12 laps to go. Quick break. We'll be back with more coverage from Charlotte in a moment. Back here is Charlotte. The lights are off on the pace truck. Matter of fact, the pace truck is already dispersed from the field. 12 laps to go. Nolan Rimple, Wesley Outland, Charles Wooten on the production. LSR TV and CRN Sports coverage around 4. The Swag Studio Display Super Late Model Dirt Series from the dirt track at Charlotte. We're back under green and on the jump. Majulis is gone. Here comes Hopkins. Fields up on the top shelf. A toter to the inside, and look at them follow each other down in unison to 3.
Yeah, Turtle definitely trying to work that inside line now, trying to pick up the final podium position. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to make this one work, though. That outside line is really coming into play big time here at the dirt track at Charlotte. And look at the run that the outside line is getting.
Trying to carry that momentum on the outside lane as they work their way off of turn number 4, the virtual Longhorn, number 157, Drew Hopkins. He's there. We got another caution with 9 to go. It's going to be Stoudemire going around again in 28.
And he did make contact with Matthew Lee, but this time it was Stoudemire that actually slammed into the door of the 04 machine. Nothing, I don't think that Lee did wrong. There you see it on the Swag Esports Wraps and Graphics replay. Ooh. Big hit there for the 28 car to the side of the 04. I'm pretty sure there was more damage done from the actual initial contact than there was with the wall.
Yeah, for sure. Stoudemire, again, 28, second time involved in a caution. We will re-rack them, restack them, and go again. And you know, Nolan, during commercial timeout, you told me and the producer, you said you felt we were going to get the caution again, and there it is.
Well, dirt racing often is that way. You know, cautions breed cautions is a very old adage that plays to many types of racing, particularly in the short track and dirt track racing scene. So I guess you could say not the most surprising thing here. We're just hoping we can make it through the rest of these 8 laps or so going green.
We will try to reset them and go again here as we have a total of, right now, 21 laps in. Still 9 laps to go after yellow flag coming out. By the way, the Swag trucks will be in action on Thursday night on the dirt at Eldora. Nolan, Brett Rolls wants to run the dirt, my colleague. Or you should step in and call the race with me on Thursday if you can. Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern.
I have other commitments, unfortunately. Green flag back in the air, though we're 8 to go.
All right, never mind. Green in the air. We got to find somebody. We might just bring Charles Wooten out of retirement. Let him.
Oh, wow. Okay, yellow flag already.
Oh, no. Oh, wow. Who it wasn't Stoudemire, was it?
I have no idea who the heck that was.
Let's see what happened here.
Oh, there you go.
It's Kitchen. Aaron Kitchen in 17.
It was a big check in the back of the field
car,
here.
Yeah, Wicks got involved in it as well. We're going to show you again from the replay. Watch this. This is from the restart. Oh, my goodness. Wow, just gave him a little putt in the pants. And yeah, so somebody hit him. He spun around, and then Kitchen went around. So, yeah. All right. You said there'd be 3 more before the finish. There's 2. It's your fault, Nolan.
Okay, well, $20 says we'll get 1 more.
Ah. We are under the yellow flag here. Again, we will set them up for the restart in just a moment. Try to get this thing to the end. Hey, by the way, round 5 next week. It's going to be at Knoxville Raceway, the sprint car capital of the world. Now hosting the virtual Swag Studio Display Super Late Model Dirt Series. That is next Tuesday night right here on your home for sim racing. By the way, check out the new livesimracingtv.com. We'll get ready to come back for Green, Nolan. And again, Knoxville. That should be a good show.
Knoxville's always a good show.
Knoxville's coming up next week. Then you got Weedsport, Kokomo, Williams Grove. That'll put us halfway through the season. Eldora, again. Lernerville, back. Volusia, Fairbury, Dirt Track, Weedsport, Williams Grove, and Knoxville. The schedule for the 16 races. Right now, we're just in race number 4. Back underway, green in the air. And on the jump, Majulis now running the top shelf. On the inside comes Drew Hopkins. Both of these drivers trying to become the first repeat winner of the season. And the laps wind down. 7 to go here at Charlotte this time by.
7 laps left to go. Make it 6. As Blake Majulis running the top line big time, riding the wall. Hopkins still working the inside line, trying to maybe find a way to pick up the race lead. Doesn't look like he'll be able to get the run though.
But here comes Hopkins trying to make something to hold off on Fields. This is for the bridesmaid spot. Look at Cooper now battling Toter inside the top 5. That's the one car, the blue and red, white number 1, hooking up on the outside lane now. Cooper on the bottom. There's contact. Cooper saves it. Fields was on the inside of him. That could have been disastrous. They go 3 wide. We're 5 to go into turn 1.
Massive jump there for a couple of machines, and Nick Cooper, a very close call for him.
4 to go. Now make it 3 to go. This time by when they come to the line. 3 laps to go. Blake Majulis, amongst all this craziness that was going on, Nolan, he pulls away. He's looking for the popsicle sticks this time by here at Charlotte.
Meanwhile, Jacob Fields running with Ryan Underwood. Underwood just gets put into the wall in turn number 3, trying to fight back in the 46 car. More contact, and Underwood is forced to save it.
Underwood going to try to pounce back on the inside, though, as they make more contact on the back straightaway. Meanwhile, Blake Majulis will come out of turn number 4. He will take the CRN. 1 to go. 1 more lap to go here at Charlotte. It's his race, looking for the 2nd win of the season. Volusia and now Charlotte back straightaway. Nolan, call the finish.
It's going to be Blake Majulis to take victory here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Big cut to behind. Fields dumps Ryan Underwood in turn number 4.
And they are still crashing. Toter crashing. Underwood crashing on the last lap, coming to the start-finish line. What a way to close it out. Here's a look at the replay on the last lap, Nolan.
So check me on that one. Ryan Underwood threw a bonsai slider into turn number 3. And watch this. There's Underwood on the bottom side. And my goodness me, a couple of cars just absolutely going for it. Definitely some tempers at play there. And look at Fields as he wrecks across the line with Toter. A messy ending everywhere behind Blake Majulis.
Yeah, Nick Cooper even trashed there across the start-finish line of the 35 as well. When it is all said and done, it is the drivers. Again, Blake Majulis picking up the win here in the number 127. Let's take a look at your unofficial results here for round number 4 from the dirt track at Charlotte. Round 4 again tonight. Blake Majulis picking up the win. Drew Hopkins will settle for 2nd. Nick Cooper, though damaged, will come back to finish 3rd. Chase Hardy is 4th. Tyler Reed in the top 5. Ethan Toter, even though he's crashed, he'll finish 6th. Jacob Fields as well. Michael Martin in 8th. Brett Rolls and Chris Ferguson, after his problems in the early going, he'll come back and finish in the top 10 on the podium.
Matthew Lee, Brandon Gagnon starting out the drivers that were below the top 10, 11th and 12th. Aaron Kitchen 13th, Meg Augustine 14th, Kieran Church 15th. Tough break for Ryan Underwood. Started 3rd, finishing 16th in a last lap crash. Tyler Wicks, innocent bystander in the calamity on the last lap, finishing 17th. Chris Stoudemire and JV Craighead 18th and 19th place. Both drivers not finishing the race 9 and 12 laps down, respectively.
So when it is said and done, it is the driver, Blake Majulis, picking up the win. Drew Hopkins, Nick Cooper, your top 3. Stand by. The Clan Wars servers post-race wrap-up from a quick night at Charlotte coming up here on LSR TV. And those that are listening on CRN Sports at wearecrn.com. Gamers hosting gamers worldwide. It's time for the Clan Wars Servers post-race wrap-up after round number 4, the Swag Studio Display Super Late Model Dirt Series in the Wild Wing Shootout. Night before the last call, virtually here on iRacing, LSIR TV, and CRN Sports. Wesley Outland, Nolan Rimple, Charles Wooten on the production. We're about to wrap things up. Grab a word with our top 3. A quick show here tonight. And joining us now is, of course, the winner, Blake Majulis. We'll talk to him in a few moments, but first we'll grab our top 3. Here's something to think about. All of these drivers that are in the top 3 tonight have all won races. Nick Cooper will finish 3rd after winning last week at Falls. Nick, I'll ask a question, Nolan, then you can ask a question to Nick and all the drivers. Nick, 3rd place tonight. Some craziness there, fighting amongst the top 5 behind Majulis, who just sailed away from it.
Yeah, definitely. Starting with unpredictable drivers around you. It's kind of hard to pick and choose where you're gonna go because you don't know how they're gonna drive you. So. I'm just glad that Blake and I survived, and Drew, obviously. It was a very unpredictable setup for sure. Kind of had to really pick and choose where the moisture was, because if you hit the moisture too much, you go to the wall. So it was unpredictable.
It's certainly an unpredictable race at that, especially got wild in the closing stages. How about Knoxville, though? I believe that's where we're heading off to next. That is a challenge in of itself. What do you think you can make over there? Think you could go for yet another race win, just like you did at Falls over at the Knoxville Nationals, at admittedly one of the most famous dirt tracks around the world?
Not necessarily a win. I mean, that's always a goal, but obviously right now it's just be consistent, don't wreck, and hope to be there at the end.
All right, well, Nick, we'll let you go, buddy. Before we do, thank your sponsors on that 35 from Waterloo, New York.
I got to thank D1RT. I want to congratulate my teammate Blake on the win, and everybody that puts time in to improve me as a driver.
Winner last week at Falls. He'll settle for 3rd here tonight at Charlotte. That's the driver out of Waterloo, New York, in the 35 of Nick Cooper. 2nd place going to go to the man of the 157. Now, he won the 2nd race of the season at Lernerville in the number 157 Longhorn virtual entry out of Mount Vernon, Kentucky. Drew Hopkins. Drew, you will settle for 2nd on the podium. Man, you tried everything you could, outside, inside lane. Majulis just was really strong tonight.
Yeah, I tried that middle there, just running 2nd to Blake. I mean, I'll take that any day. I wanted to win, but that set, like they all said, it was unpredictable there. So I just found that kind of middle line right there. And then last 5 laps, I tried to run the top 3 and 4, but I didn't want to get up there and hit the wall, then them get by me and give up a 2nd place. So I just fell in there and took a 2nd place tonight.
It was a really good run for you, of course, 2nd in the heat race, 2nd in the main event as well. But it was a really fierce fight. Eddie were behind Blake Majulis, especially in the opening half of the race, where we saw some thrilling side-by-side action in the opening stages, going 3-4 wide. Overall, what do you think it was like, to be battling so hard amongst drivers for those 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th positions?
Yeah, me, Underwood, and Toter, and I think Cooper right there, we battled pretty hard there early in the race, and I kind of found I was running up high kind of early, but I found that middle line, tried to stay down, and we was all right there together, and we all kept it somewhat clean there, and was just able to get out in front of Underwood there and kind of gap the 3rd place car there, and I just kind of just ran right there till we just got there at the end of the race, and that set there, I was just, when we were all banging right there, it was really unpredictable, but just happy to come home 2nd.
2nd place again for Drew Hops. Drew, thank your sponsors.
Yeah, I'd just like to, first off, I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and my whole entire family, Mom, Dad, for watching. And all my sponsors this year, I'd just like to thank Troy Vaughn at Bighorn Taxidermy for coming on board this year, Derek Keltner at Keltner Contract, and I'd also like to give a shout out to Zach Newton and my teammate, Davin Cardwell. We've been putting in a lot of work here recently, so I'm ready, hopefully by Pro Series next year, me and him will be ready to go. And another shout out to my league, Kentucky Dirt iRacing League. We have a big race coming up this Sunday, so if y'all haven't checked us out already, go check us out.
Yeah, going to be a big one coming up at this Sunday night. As a matter of fact, the World of Thunder Esports League going to take a night off, and you're going to put that show on Ultimate Dirt TV. So thank you very much again, Drew Hopkins, the 157 out of Mount Vernon, Kentucky. Finally, to victory lane we go. He is the first repeat winner of the season. 2 wins. He won at Volusia, and he wins here tonight at Charlotte for the Wild Wings shootout night before the last call. In the D1RT entry 127 out of Asheville, New York, Blake Majulis. Blake, congratulations. Sheer domination. Fast in practice, top of the board in qualifying, heat race 1 winner, and then you sweep it and take the feature. Your thoughts?
Yeah, just started on top and never looked back from there. It was just a good night overall and a good run for my team overall too. Nick ran real well, and I think Jacob had a good run going and had some problems there in the late race, but other than that, had a good night put together, and it's nothing to complain about, that's for sure.
What about the next week going into Knoxville? Of course, you won the opening race at Volusia, and of course, this race here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Should note that both those tracks, though, they are very much unlike Knoxville. Both those tracks, for example, have banking. Well, Knoxville, not so much, or at least definitely a little to none. What do you think some of the challenges are going to be for you going into next week's race?
We'll just have to wait and see. I love these fixed races. They're my all-time favorite races to run. They're just definitely more tight, and it puts it all on the driver. So I definitely, like these fixed races more than open, which is kind of odd, knowing that most of the races we run are open setup. But I definitely like these fixed races. So if I had to say anything, it'd just be the setup they provide us. I really don't care what the setup is. I think if anything, that'll be the number 1 challenge, but Knoxville is definitely one of my strong suits, so I'm definitely looking forward to next week already.
All right, Blake, we'll let you thank sponsors, buddy, and congratulations being the first 2-time winner on the series so far.
Yeah, man, I appreciate all you guys for the time to do this broadcast. It's nice to go back and watch it, so I appreciate all your guys' time. D1RT Racing and everybody over there. Like I said, we had a good run tonight. Sim Seats, Matt Logan at ML Performance. He does a lot for me. Can't thank him enough. Folds Graphics for the sweet wrap, of course, as always. Ultimate Dirt TV. Steve at World of Thunder for everything he does for me as well. And everybody that watch, I appreciate it.
Blake Majulis won at Volusia to start the season, and now for round number 4, he'll win here at the dirt track at Charlotte. That'll put a wrap on the Clan Wars Servers post-race wrap-up. Clan Wars Servers is the official communications partner of Live Sim Racing. Well, Nolan, we'll leave Charlotte. We'll get ready for Knoxville next Tuesday night. Your thoughts, buddy, as you wrap it up here this evening?
The dirt track at Charlotte is always a very special track, and it's a dirt track that is always holding a very, very dear place in my heart, because I think it's definitely one of the most thrilling tracks you can find here on the iRacing surface. Knoxville, though, very, very high up on my list of tracks as well, so I cannot wait when we go racing at the sprint car capital of the world.
It'll be a fun time next Tuesday night, beginning at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central on LSR TV, and those listening on CRN Sports at wearecrn.com. And again, congratulations to those drivers. And don't forget, live, the dirt track at Charlotte this week, beginning tomorrow through Saturday. It is the last call with the World of Outlaw Morton Buildings Late Model Series. They're going to race tomorrow night and Thursday night. And then on Friday and Saturday, the sprint cars. And if you cannot be there live, there will be, remember, masks required, follow social distancing, but if you can't, Dirt Vision will have you covered for the coverage of Charlotte's event. And again, we'll be back for the Swag Series next Thursday, this upcoming Thursday, with the Dirt at Eldora Speedway. The trucks, it should be fun. We'll have coverage of that beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central on Thursday. Next broadcast for LSR TV and CRN will be tomorrow night with the S&B Cup Series presented by Appalachian Hauler Hunters. Thank you so much for joining us for our coverage. In the production chair, as always, a great job by Charles Wooten. Follow them at LiveSimRacingTV.com. And again, for Nolan Rempel, I am Wesley Outland. Congratulations to Moneybags, Blake Majulis. He wins a fast show here at Charlotte. God bless you all. Keep on praying for America, and thank you for watching.